Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to another Channel 8 sports presentation. This afternoon from J. Doyle Field, it's boys lacrosse as East Brunswick meets the Hun School in an NJSIAA game. Hi, I'm Jimmy Allender, being joined by our guest commentator this afternoon, Ernie Fusco. Ernie, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, Ernie is the coach, organizer, guru, if you will, for the East Brunswick Blackhawk program, which has really contributed a lot to the lacrosse growth in this township, and a couple of players I guess we're going to see this afternoon come from that program, do they not?
That's correct. Ricky Schaefer, for one. Dave Lynch, who's been a 3-year goalie here at East Brunswick. He's a second one, and you have a bunch of kids that are currently playing as well in the JV program.
But, Ernie, we have to agree that this is a program, even though it's in its 5th year, it's still in the growth stages. A lot of the players don't have a lot of experience, but the team's record is 3-10. Other programs in the area seem to have better records and an infusion of more talent. What does it take to be a quality lacrosse player?
Well, first of all, it takes developing a program, and developing a program means that you got to get kids involved into it earlier on. Currently, what we do in our Blackhawk program is we have kids that are starting in 2nd grade, through the 8th grade. Presently, we have 93 kids in the program, which represents Central New Jersey. But more importantly, as they continue to get the stick in their hand and develop it and learn the game, as they get on to the high school level, they'll continue to be able to, they'll be able to contribute to any of the schools that they attend.
And also, this is somewhat of a contact sport, am I correct?
That's correct. The key really is you'll find out when we witness the game, it's extremely fast. The more skilled players, although it can be physical, the skilled players will be able to actually what they call dodge their man and go around them as you get kids off balance. Mm-hmm. But, the key really is you'll see the ball movement. The better teams are able to move the ball well. And more importantly, on the defensive side, if, the defenses play in tight, continue to stay on their man and watch their cutters, that's how you're able to keep the game under control.
Okay, well, as you can see, there's a lot to this game, and we're very thankful that Ernie is here to provide his expertise. I'm going to ask him a heck of a lot of questions, and we're still actually waiting for the Hun School to arrive. I hope traffic's good to us this afternoon before the raindrops come. But we're going to take a short break now, and hopefully we'll be back with the action right after this. All right, we are back here at J. Doyle Field at East Brunswick High School, where this afternoon the Hun School pays a visit, and as it turns out, the Hun School was not the late arrival. It was the second official, Ernie. They're finally, actually, we're getting underway about a half hour later, I should say. And what's going on down at the field right now as we're watching?
Basically, right before the game, both teams line up, goalies shake hands, opponents shake hands, and then they get set for the face-off.
Right, which we will have momentarily. Hun School coming in with a 9-6 record, which is somewhat deceptive because, as Ernie explained, the quality of competition that this school faces, they characteristically go up against private schools, prominent public schools, so might be a notch above East Brunswick in terms of the quality of opponents. So we're about ready to get underway right here as you see the attack men in the midfield and picked up. We'll try to identify the players as we go along. That's number 25, Todd Pagel. He's a senior. Senior-dominated team, as a matter of fact. And that's Giordano's player to watch?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. First shot, saved by goalie Dave Lynch.
You can see the crisp ball movement out there. The spacing on the offense, the way it's set up is well done.
Right. The Raiders move the ball around. Lose the
Loose ball.
That's picked
up by East Brunswick.
Right, that's Dave Savagin. Now this is number 24, Matt Kolbeck, midfielder.
Brett Dunbar with the ball right now.
One of the 2 leading scorers for East Brunswick. That's Matt Miller, number 20. Inside.
That was a pass, so
Right.
it's retained by East Brunswick.
Pass was intended. There's a whistle now.
Looked like a loose ball push or interference on the Hun School.
Right.
So East Brunswick retains possession outside. Looks like East Brunswick set up in a 2-3-1 where you have two middies up top. You have a person, an attackman behind at the X position. You have two wings, and you have a midi on the crease.
Hard to get a good shot off against this defense.
Right. The key, too, is you want to make sure, just like you do in basketball, you want to break out for the ball to give yourself an opportunity to catch it. Ball's down, and Hun's bringing it upfield.
That was a nice defense by number 19, Chad Ingle. Picked up.
And number 40.
Right, that's Eddie Todd. Being harassed, puts it to the middle of the field. Kind of a dangerous play.
Yeah, typically what you want to do in that case is you even want to use your goalie, get it back to your goalie, and have him start that, bringing the ball upfield.
Nonetheless, East Brunswick, Ricky Schaefer. Now the Hun picks it up. It's number 37.
Rob Kale.
Okay, you got it.
What they're doing is they're substituting their middies. You can do that on the fly. You have to make sure that you have at least 3 men back. Nice pass to Giordano.
Right.
You know, and the quick score right there.
He is their marquee player, from what we understand.
Yeah, he's got an excellent stick. He moves the ball real well, and as you see there, you know, when people are cutting to the goal, the most important thing is you want to make sure your stick's right on his stick so that you can prevent that pass.
Score is being kept on the field as well as the clock, so what we have will be unofficial. Score 1-0 Hun. We are in the first period of play, 10-minute quarters.
Possession goes to Hun. One other thing to note, too, is the defenseman and the attackman must stay in that box area until the referee calls possession on the faceoff. Hun's isolating. Looks like isolating number 8 behind.
Notice number 7 is sort of like a pick. Can you do that sort of thing?
Yes, as long as it's stationary, you can't be moving with that.
So it's not unlike basketball in that respect.
Correct.
Again, ball movement.
It looks like they're set up in a 2-3-1 too, but you know what they wind up doing is they're doing a lot of cutting.
Giordano once more.
But you know, actually, the play was really made by number 8, John O'Hara. John beat his man, and the slide came from one of the defensemen as Giordano was cutting to the goal. It was an easy feed from O'Hara to Giordano for the quick goal. Can't expect the goalie to stop that one. It's very difficult.
Right. O'Hara showing good ability to get the ball to the attackman, Giordano. All he needed was a little opening. And then again, they get possession, which I perceive as, I guess, kind of an important sequence right there, just getting possession of the face-off.
That's a great point. I mean, you could actually be up 10-0, and you're still going to have a face-off. So if you have a great face-off person, you're going to still retain possession of the ball.
Whipped in.
Okay. Basically, what happened on that play is, I'm not sure, number 7, Adam Strauss, he beat his man from behind, and again, as you're beating your man, that creates an unsettled situation. The defenseman slid off Giordano, pass went to Giordano, and they actually just finished there. So it was a nice play by Hun. Good ball movement.
Giordano with the hat trick, and we're only a couple minutes into this game.
Looks like Kale's facing off for Hun. I'm not sure on East Brunswick. 21.
They got it.
It was John Chu facing off for East Brunswick.
East Brunswick with precious few seconds of possession time, and they right away on the attack.
Score by Strauss.
Strauss.
A couple of things happened in that situation. Hun did win the face-off, but the one thing that happens is once you lose possession of the ball, the most important thing that you can do as a midfielder is get back into the box area and pick up and play defense there. And again, if you don't, you create an unsettled situation where teams that can move the ball can pass it around quickly and score.
Face off, and they've got it. Kale has been masterful with that face off, and he in possession now.
What they're doing here is they're substituting a person in, number 29. Many times on the face-off, they'll put a long stick midi in there, just in case they do lose the face-off. You have that long stick to help on defense.
Right. And they get by him.
It's really basically a simple type of offense they're running. What they're doing is they're isolating with their attack, and as they beat their man, they're looking for the cutter.
Giordano picks it up, and they
Pulls
start
it out,
over
settles
again.
it.
That's O'Hara with it.
Good save by Lynch.
Shot was right on. Stolen.
Taken back by Hun. Pass out to O'Hara on the wing. Comes down. Good shot and save.
Here come the Bears.
Lynch looking to clear to Justin Moglia.
Haven't been across the attack line except for the opening minute of the game.
It's out on Hun, so East Brunswick gets the ball out of bounds. Off the out of bounds.
All right. Whacked pretty
Actually,
good.
Well, they called a penalty on that, but unfortunately what you want to do is if you get knocked out of bounds with possession of the ball, it's the other team's ball. So what you want to do is anytime you're close to the sidelines, you want to either do one or two things. You want to get rid of the ball or throw it upfield.
So you're saying that really wasn't the right call?
Well, what happened there is, there was a penalty. The ref called the penalty, so actually it worked out fine for East Brunswick.
So what happens? There's a man advantage for how long?
It's either 30 seconds or a minute. I'm not sure what that was.
Okay.
Probably 30 seconds.
Official has the choice in that regard?
No, 30 seconds is usually for, pushing. Slash tends to be, a minute.
Okay.
So East Brunswick's man up right now.
Bears on the attack. Shot whipped in, blocked nicely.
By number 41.
With the ball is Geiger.
What Hun's looking to do defensively is keep all the shots to the outside.
Shot wide by Geiger.
Okay, what happened there is as the ball went out of bounds, the East Brunswick guy was closest to the end line when the ball actually hit the end line. So they retained possession of the ball.
And here they come.
That's 30 seconds, so now they're going to be all even.
And Giordano walks onto the field.
What they'll do in that situation is they'll put a midi on the end line and put an attack in the box because the midi can sprint in from the midfield line quicker than he can from the penalty box.
And the goalie takes off.
Number 6 came up with a nice ground ball there. Looks to get it off to number 9.
Here come the Bears.
It's a pass. With that pass being out of bounds, it's going to be Hun ball.
Right.
Now, when the ball gets passed, it goes out of bounds. That's when you can actually get substitutions in without doing it on what they call on the fly. So it's Hun's ball behind the cage.
And they will bring it up the field here. That's Kale with it. He's been very active. you can see them trying to develop a pick.
Yeah, there's
inside.
a lot of there. That's a good point. There's a lot of picking down around the crease area, and again, it's just what you're looking to do is pop out, get that quick pass, quick shot, look for the score.
That shot was by Wong.
Good hustle by Dave Lynch, you know, to get East Brunswick the ball on that shot.
This is Todd with it.
Correct.
Again, thrown into the.
No, what you want to do is keep it outside,
Right.
never towards the middle of the field. And that's something that East Brunswick's going to learn in the next couple of years, you know, as they develop some more experience. With a lot of the inexperienced players they have, you know, they're learning as they're playing, which is good in one respect because you're getting a lot of experience. However, you know, it's tough against some of the more developed schools.
Score is 4-0 Hun. We're still in the first period here. There it is to a nice pass.
Nice pass.
They had an open in there, but knocked away.
Schaefer picks up the ground ball.
Into the middle. Who's got it? And a little bit of a push there. They catch.
Yeah,
East Brunswick will get possession.
It's a loose ball push. There's no penalty on that. They just retain possession.
Schaefer with it. Again, he has 18 goals on the season. So he's far and away East Brunswick's leading scorer. They're going to want to get the ball to him. So he sets up camp in the middle, right in front of the...
This is Dunbar with the ball right now.
Good block by the goaltender.
It was a good roll and a good shot by Dunbar.
Right. Ball still live. Almost taken away. And push there, gets away with it. Call the hold on, I believe it was Dunbar.
Now what East Brunswick's going to try and do here is ride Hun as they look to bring the ball upfield. Good check.
Taken away and retained.
One of the
shot.
Cal shoots wide. It'll be Hun's ball. Looks like O'Hara behind.
Okay, you can hear 9 seconds being called on the field, so pass inside, and looks like East Brunswick will avoid a goal on that one. So the score after one period of play, Hun 4 and East Brunswick yet to get on the board. And right away, as you said, Ernie, you can see the difference in experience.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Hun moves the ball around pretty crisply out there, and as a result of that, you know, they're able to get some easy shots on goal. Most of the scores never even came from the outside. They were within 5 yards of the goalie, which makes it extremely difficult to stop.
So we're taking a break here momentarily. Kerry Wegner, the coach for East Brunswick in his 3rd year. He is a resident of Somerville, New Jersey, which has, well, that area up there somewhat ahead of the rest of the state.
Yeah, actually up in the Somerville area you have Bridgewater Raritan, which is typical New Jersey powerhouse.
Right.
You know, so it's pretty big. Hunterdon Central, you know, is another, you know, big lacrosse town.
Right.
So yeah, that's a pretty big lacrosse, you know, lacrosse community, lacrosse town. of the other things that you see out there as we continue to watch the game is Hun tends to show also a lot of patience out there.
Right.
Because they're extremely sure of their sticks, they move the ball around well, they don't necessarily force it. Whereas East Brunswick presently, they tend to get impatient, as opposed to looking to control, the ball. The most important thing in lacrosse too is if you have possession of the ball, nobody can score. So if you get a ground ball, you look to run away, retain possession, and look to set something up. So if East Brunswick hopefully gets a little more patient, as the game goes on, they'll be able to keep the score down.
All right, so they switch goals also.
Correct.
For each quarter. And then the all-important face-off to begin. And again, won by, I think, actually, East Brunswick gets that.
It's like number 7.
That's Ramos, Eddie Ramos.
Goes to Matt Miller behind. Matt's looking to drive to the goal, see if he can either shoot it. It's a nice shot right there. It's actually a good roll and a good shot and a nice save by number 13.
That's the goaltender, and that is Fran Catani, who is a senior. Picked up by Giordano. Good fluid movement from the junior.
As you can see, their patience, they're getting their right people in the game, and they're looking to set it up.
Up front, shot in. That's scored by number 25, Todd Pagel.
That was from Adam Strauss. What happened in that situation, ball got behind the East Brunswick defender, got caught off balance. Strauss went to the goal and made a nice feed for the score.
So the score becomes 5-0 in favor of the Hun. Actually picked up by East Brunswick.
Right, that was a nice ground ball by number 4. That's Justin Moglia.
Inside to the back. Picked up. Effectively blocked, however. Stolen right from the midair.
Like that's Rob Kale coming upfield. Hits O'Hara.
Inside.
To Giordano. Great ball movement right there.
To Giordano. Certainly was. That was done within space of about 10 seconds.
Yeah, what happened on that fast break, the way a lot of fast breaks are set up, the midi comes down on the right side and they set up an L. Where O'Hara was up on the top left side, you had the other attackman bottom left, and then Giordano was bottom right. So it was Kale forced to pass. He hit the open man O'Hara, who hit Giordano cutting, and then there was the quick score there.
And it's 6-0 now. Legal procedure, he must have, well, I don't know what he did. Sorry, Ernie.
Yeah, I didn't actually see that. Ball goes behind to Miller.
Shot inside, goes stray.
Okay, it looks like they're getting some substitutions in there. You can see Hun's, the way they set up their defense. They keep everything in tight. They run with their man well, and they don't overcommit. So you don't really, there's not many unsettled situations that occur. And they seem to help each other out very well.
East Brunswick really has a tough time getting the ball inside for a decent shot, whereas in contrast to that, one pass in the Hun School is inside.
Oh, nice save.
Very nice save.
It's a good move by number 9.
Katani.
Stolen
nice
away.
There. Picked up by 39. That is Steve Newman. Some of the other hotbed areas throughout the country include the Long Island area.
Yeah. I grew up in Westchester County, up in Yorktown, New York. Real big over there also. But you're correct, Long Island, upstate New York, Baltimore area is very large also. But it gets, it gets kids some great opportunities to go to some good schools.
Right. And you're right about the good schools because you get Hopkins, which has been traditionally a powerhouse, University of Maryland, Towson,
Georgetown, Duke.
Georgetown, right.
Princeton, of course.
Princeton,
right here.
Something we ought to really, considering how close Princeton is they have been a perennial powerhouse, at least in the last 5 to 6 years.
I believe in the 90s they won 5 championships, and they were actually more towards the latter 80s. They won 3 in a row.
Right.
And Bill Tierney runs a great program down there. Actually, 2 of his sons, I believe it's Trevor and I forgot his other son's name, but they played at the Hun School.
Okay.
It's a good ground ball by Brett Dunbar. Feed
Inside.
in. Schaefer has the ball.
Right. Again, really rarely have the Bears gotten a clean shot, as we've seen just right there. It was just on goal. Called something here. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It looked like some sort of interference, but I didn't see where that came from.
Right. Looks like East Brunswick will retain possession.
Dunbar has it on the wing and passes it behind to Miller, who's driving towards the goal. But you can see the help is always there from Hun.
Right.
There's a shot by Brett Dunbar. It went wide. Matt Miller has the ball behind as East Brunswick retains possession. Ooh, nice save. That was an excellent play by East Brunswick there. Miller passing to Ricky Schaefer. And a great save by
Catano.
Hun's goalie, Catano. Matt Colback gets it. Who's that? Moglia.
There's not going to be any cheapies on this
Geiger,
goaltender.
No. He's very strong. I think he's been starting there for a few years, too.
He is a senior. That one goes astray.
It is a shot, though, so East Brunswick, because they were behind, retains possession of the ball. The one thing that's good here about what East Brunswick is the fact that at least they are retaining possession of the ball. So they're they're moving the ball, they're backing up the goal, and anytime a shot goes wide, they're hitting that end line quick so they can retain possession.
And consequently, that keeps the ball out of the Huns' hands.
That's correct, which is important.
Loose ball momentarily.
Good check.
Oh, a little bit of hitting going on right there.
What happened on there is anytime there's a loose ball push, the other team retains possession. If they have possession of it, it actually would be a penalty. Looks like O'Hara's taking it wide left. Good spacing. Goes behind to Giordano. There's Strauss.
Ball still alive. And picked up nicely. That was Pagel.
The other key to lacrosse, too, is the team that typically wins the ground ball game or gets the most ground balls has a great chance of winning. And you can see the difference here. Huns has done a great job on ground balls.
Good check away by Schaefer.
Real nice.
And he is down the field.
Hun gets back on defense in transition, which is critical.
Shot
by Schaefer, another save. Katanga shows a lot of quickness out there on all those shots. Defenseman, picked up the loose ball and actually is using his goalie to help him out.
And a whistle.
What he's saying, What he's saying there is the goalie must get rid of the ball within 4 seconds if he's still in the crease area. So
Right.
he's in the crease area for 4 seconds, so East Brunswick gets the ball. Dunbar has it on the wing, gets it over to Miller.
Still alive underneath. Finally, the goaltender, Katana, picks it up. Here come the Raiders. This is Giordano with it. He already has 4 goals. Hun's up 6-0.
But you can also sense their patience, too. They don't force when they don't have it.
In the middle. But you're right, they are being very patient about this. Good inside move.
That was a nice
but
check.
Lost, yes. Schaefer. Excuse me, that is not Schaefer. That's Sava. I don't even know how to pronounce this one. Savigny, perhaps.
Now what happened there is the defenseman brought the ball across midfield, and they can do that, but what happens in that situation, you need to make sure that a midfielder stays back, because you always have to have 3 people back in the defensive zone.
I guess we're at halftime. We didn't really get a signal.
I believe he called timeout.
Was it a timeout? Okay. And timeouts are characteristically about a minute long?
Yeah, they're usually pretty short. You know, they'll
Okay.
get out there pretty quickly.
Right.
And East Brunswick should get possession of the ball. Well, basically right where they called the timeout, which is about 10 yards in front of the midfield line.
Okay.
Also, when they actually do start play, the defensive team must give them 5 yards, so they can't be right on top of them, and when they actually take possession.
Okay.
Looks like Schaefer has the ball.
So there can't be a whole lot of time left in the second quarter.
It should be towards the, well, it's definitely under 5 minutes. We're just not sure what.
And we're underway again. Schaefer moves inside. Puts a shot on goal that was Catano really had a clear look at.
What they look to do is isolate Schaefer on that. Giordano has it behind now.
Being guarded nicely by
Good check by
Todd.
number 40.
That's Todd. And they're still fighting for it.
Giordano came up with the loose ball. Passes to Strauss, and Strauss's shot is wide. Looks like the way Hun's setting up, they're going to look to isolate O'Hara. And he's going to look to either beat his man and shoot or look for the cutter.
Lost
Ball
possession.
down.
Todd guarding him.
Nice cut.
There was a
Nice
cut
save.
and a save. Still alive.
Hit the
Still
post.
alive. And
Oh.
they score.
Number 25.
That was Pagel, who has his second goal in the afternoon.
Ball's
of
loose
action.
around that goal area. You got to make sure you get it out.
Yeah. A lot of loose balls.
Yeah. Lynch actually made a great save there initially.
Yes, he did. So that makes it 7-0 in favor of the Hun School. We are nearing the end of the second quarter. Face-off, and won by East Brunswick.
You can see it's real important for those wing middies to come in and assist on all the face-offs.
I think East Brunswick would like at least to get on the scoreboard before the end of this half.
Yeah, it'd be a good emotional lift for them.
Pass goes somewhat astray, and who has it? Still alive, there's a whistle.
Got a loose ball push on Hun. East Brunswick retains possession as they...
And that long stick there by the midfielder provides...
Yeah, it certainly helps on the defensive end.
Ball alive.
Nice roll by Miller.
Oh, probably the best opportunity the Bears have had all afternoon. It's a clear shot. Just went wide.
Miller has it behind. He's actually done a nice job controlling the ball and driving to the goal. Dunbar picks up the loose ball.
Inside. However, nobody there for East Brunswick, and a whistle, and that appears to be the end of the half.
Yeah, one thing we witnessed there too, you know, as we go into halftime, is what you have to do is you can't force. You need to try and be patient to make sure that, you know, kids have an opportunity to catch the ball, you know, not in so much traffic.
All right, so the score at halftime here at J. Doyle Field, the Hun School comfortably ahead by a 6-0 score. I think what we'll do is we'll take a break, and we'll be back with the second half right after this. All right, we're back at East Brunswick High School, J. Doyle Field, where we begin the second half of play.
Pagel and Schaefer are facing off.
Right. Hun with a 6-0 lead. And on the attack once more. Very fluid. And shot and score. That was by number 12, I believe. Yes. Okay, and that was, let's check it out. We're looking for him. Rich Walls, his first goal.
His dad's looking at us right now.
Okay. Actually, the score is 8-0 now. I said it was, did I say it was 7-0? That was the 8th goal.
Same two fellas facing off, Schaefer and...
Yep. Hun has really attacked quickly in each of the first 3 periods.
Nice face-off win by Schaefer.
And we're looking for East Brunswick to get on the board here somehow. They've been close a couple of times, but defensively the Hun is really set up nicely.
Yeah, they played solid.
Good check there, taken away.
Yeah, what Miller did there, unfortunately, he dragged his stick a little bit, and you take one of those long sticks. Can't give him too much to check with.
Right. They get away. That's G. There's a penalty flag. Don't know what that was about.
But nice play by Lynch coming out. Looked like it possibly could have been slashing.
And
yes,
slashing, 1-minute penalty, I believe they're saying.
That's correct.
Okay. Called on number 21 for East Brunswick, Chu. He's been probably their most physical player out there from what I can see. And already with an 8-0 lead, the Hun School will be looking to add.
Many times when you're man up, what they'll look to do is move it all the way around at least once, and then you'll probably see some cutting. They have O'Hara up top.
Passing, good movement. There's a shot inside. Where that went.
It actually hit his own man.
Did it? Probably off a helmet the way it bounced around.
Giordano retains possession. Looks like he moves to the middle. Draws, dumps over to Kale.
Wow, good shot.
Kale with a nice shot. But you can see what Giordano did was he was patient. He actually drew the man. He hit the open guy, and then what that does is it created a nice shot opportunity for Kale.
And that was his first goal of the afternoon, making it 9-0.
He's actually been, Kale's been very strong on the face-offs.
Ernie, you have a couple of players from the Hun School that played with the Blackhawks?
Actually, one, he plays a little bit with the varsity, but Tom Kelso, he's a goalie.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll see some action. I know we'll see some action in the JV game, but potentially, in this game as well.
Boy, that was an errant pass. One thing we've learned, you cannot give this team any opportunity. They've been converting very frequently. That was a great pass.
And a finish by Giordano, Kale Giordano.
So Giordano picks up his 5th goal.
You made a great point earlier. I think what has to happen is when you have possession of the ball, don't just throw it away. Run to open space. When you're in open space, you have possession of the ball, so nothing bad can happen. And then what you look to do is you look to eventually get it to one of your teammates.
So with the score 10-0, again we have a face-off. 3 quick goals here by the Hun, and they're back at it. Giordano with 5 goals. Here
So
they
O'Hara.
come.
Ball's loose, and the Hun retains possession of the ball. That's number 25.
That would be Pagel.
Pagel. Loose ball, O'Hara picks it up.
To the middle.
Nice catch.
Nice
feed.
pass and feed.
There you go. That's a beautiful play.
Sure was.
You had O'Hara up top. He fed Giordano cutting across, who fed Strauss as he was cutting towards the goal, and he finished.
Picks up his 2nd goal. And I'll tell you what impresses me about Giordano is not only his ability to score, but he really can find the open man.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it, and also his field awareness. He knows exactly where his teammates are. He knows where he needs to put the ball, and he gets it to his teammates extremely well, and he also finishes very well.
And he takes a rest. We'll see if it's momentarily or what. But
he's a junior, but he's been starting 3 years for Hun, so
okay.
He's an excellent player. One of the leading scorers in the state, actually.
Loose ball picked up.
You can see how critical face-offs are because, again, Hun retains possession of the ball.
This is O'Hara. Cuts to the middle. And somebody was open in there, but fortunately East Brunswick was able to momentarily disrupt it. What do we got?
It looks like he got a loose ball push on Hun.
Okay.
On 7. The one thing that I just witnessed there, too, is what East Brunswick needs to do is really get low on ground balls, especially when the grass tends to be a little high. It's extremely difficult to come up with that ball.
Right.
Dunbar's close to the sidelines.
Right, and that was that situation that you, whoa.
Right.
Couple of hits there.
Looks like that was up high.
And that was Matt Miller, the recipient of that check. So we're going to get a penalty here.
You can hit the person as long as you don't hit them from behind. However, if you do come up high with an elbow or up into the head area, they will call a penalty on that. So East Brunswick's man up. Hopefully, let's see if they can move the ball around, get a good shot, and hopefully a score.
Straight on, fortunately.
There was some lack of patience right there.
Right.
Okay, that was a shot, so East Brunswick will retain possession. But when you're man up, the key is really to move the ball around to get a good shot.
Right.
Or an easy shot.
And that has really been the story this afternoon, where East Brunswick has rarely had an open shot.
As you can see here, now he should draw, and then he should have passed it down low, as Miller should have been cutting to the goal.
Right.
And hopefully he would be one-on-one with the goalie.
Again, the inability to handle the ball is a liability for East Brunswick. Here it is during this penalty. in the middle. Who's got it?
East Brunswick. It looks like Miller has it.
And that was a good idea, except they were waiting for it, the Hun was.
Yeah, well, you can't, it's difficult to actually pass it across the crease with those long sticks there.
Intercepted.
Nice pass to Dunbar. Ooh. Actually, I think he was actually in the crease. Miller was in the crease.
And
So,
they called the whistle. All right, here we go again.
Tang is bringing the ball up.
Illegal check.
What they wound up calling there was he had possession of the ball, and he hit him from behind.
Okay.
You got 1 minute. Now you'll probably see Hun here do on man up is they'll move the ball all the way around, probably one time, and then look for the open man either through a cut or a when they draw the man, they'll look to dump it off to the open guy.
Right. It's very obvious that this is a team that knows what it's doing out there.
The difference really is, the one thing I do like is East Brunswick effort is continually there, but the true difference is the stick work and the stick skills and the field awareness. Hopefully as East Brunswick gains more and more experience, which they are extremely inexperienced, I believe they only have like 1 or 2 seniors, they'll be able to better compete against some of the better schools.
11-0 is the score. And as you said, once around, looking for the cut.
Back up top, here comes the shot. Okay, and you can also see what they did there. They always have someone backing up. So if that shot is off, they do retain possession of the ball.
Dunbar still sitting out. Giordano. Penalty is over, obviously. Or is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Good movement again. Looking for the open shot. A little high.
Actually, that was a good position by the goalie. He didn't really give that wing, much area to shoot at.
That ball bounded into Old Bridge, I believe. And a goal scored by number 7 Strauss. He gets a hat trick, making the score 12-0.
Looks like Hun is substituting with some of their
other
younger players.
Right, exactly. If they get into the junior varsity lineup, there's a chance that we may not be able to account for some of these names, but we'll try. 12-0 is the score. If you've joined us, we're in the third quarter.
Good face-off win by East Brunswick.
And shot high.
It's tough to score from that far out, though. Looks like Miller has the ball behind.
Ball tapped away. It's still loose. That's Moglia with it. Tries to get inside.
It's Miller. Outside.
Nope, outside the net.
Tough angle to shoot at.
Long downfield. Taken away.
Committee was back, so East Brunswick remains on side.
Todd brought it.
Actually, what happened there was Hun was offside, so there'll be a 30-second penalty on that.
Okay.
East Brunswick will be man up for 30 seconds.
And here we go.
It's Dunbar.
This time he elects to pass.
Shot wide. That was a good give and go with Schaefer, though.
Right. Dunbar with the open shot. Excuse me, that he was open.
It's like that was Geiger with the shot from the far wing. Miller's coming. Dunbar with the shot. Geiger's going to take it out of bounds. He's drawing. Feed to Miller.
Loose ball. There's an open shot there.
Score.
And they finally get one.
Okay, that was a great play. You had Geiger coming in. Actually, he's looking to create something. Dunbar picked up the loose ball and actually passed out to a wide open Schaefer, who finished.
And East Brunswick gets on the board. The score is 12-1. I was going to ask you, how often does a shutout occur? Not too often.
No, not too often at most levels. But, you know, again, the most important thing at this point is you want to make sure East Brunswick keeps their head up and, you know,
Right.
continues to compete. And hopefully their day will come. You know, they're definitely going to be able to compete with, you know, some of the newer schools like the South Brunswicks, the, you know, CBAs, Immaculatas, you know,
Right.
et cetera.
Yes. All right. Hun is on the attack.
But again, they continue to show patience, which is important. Good play by East Brunswick.
Can you advance the ball by kicking it?
Yes, you can. And many times in a loose ball situation, what we tell the kids to do is kick the ball out to open space so you can actually pick it up.
Right.
Yes, you can do that.
Shot and mid-air score.
That was looked like Kale again.
It was Kale, and that is his second goal.
He's shown, you know, good opportunity going both left and right.
Right. Difference here also, Ernie, is that the Hun School is very accurate with its shots from, let's say, 10 yards out, whereas East Brunswick, if they're going to score at all, they have to be in close.
Yeah, that's a great point. What happened is you have, with Hun, they have a lot of kids that can finish, you know, from either side and have strong, accurate shots, whereas East Brunswick doesn't have that experience presently. 25's done a real nice job on face-offs,
That's
too.
Pagel.
Yeah,
And he gets inside.
it's a nice check by number 40.
Ball still live, but who's got it?
Nobody
There's
right
a kick.
now.
There was a kick right there.
Right. Okay, that's ball out of bounds off East Brunswick, so Hun will get possession of that ball. Looks like Strauss is going to take it. Oh, slip.
Picked up. Another loose ball. Kind of an open lane here.
Did a nice job playing defense there, though. He forced him to the outside, not giving him the middle of the field.
Right.
That's Strauss.
Pagel. Bounce a little too early.
Hun's ball. Number 21 for Hun, takes the ball behind.
Here they come.
There's a
It's
nice
loose.
check by East Brunswick, number 31.
Right, loose in the middle. 31, Sam Mull, former football player.
Little time left in the quarter. Ball's loose,
Boy, you were right on the money with that.
and that's the quarter, the end of the third quarter.
So the score after 3 quarters of play, Hun is leading by a 13-1 score. East Brunswick did get on the board this quarter on a goal by Schaefer. And you're probably right, Ernie, in that we'll probably see some new faces coming in.
Yeah, I think you'll see that in the fourth quarter, and I think knowing Hun too, what they'll look to do is they'll look to move the ball around and take the shot when it's basically there, but not look to force any crazy shot. Again, it's real critical for East Brunswick to just continue to keep the effort up. That's the most important thing that they can do, and hopefully continue to learn from some of these better programs as well.
Ernie, as far as the East Brunswick Blackhawk program, for those that are interested, I know that the rosters have been filled for this season, have they not?
Yes. Our season starts in March each year, and it runs through the beginning of June. Currently, we have 4 teams, and again, the ranges and ages are 2nd grade through 8th.
Right.
But if anybody's interested in it, they can give me a call, and I could send them out a registration. We will be taking registrations for the 2001 season as soon as our season ends, and
Right.
My number is 732-723-9436.
Okay.
And it's my intention, really, to introduce and continue to expose the sport to Central New Jersey. It's not only for East Brunswick residents. We have kids in our program from some of the surrounding towns, and it's getting much bigger, and the exposure is definitely increasing in Central New Jersey. So I appreciate the opportunity to give me the plug on that.
And while you were talking, it looks like the Hun has been given an equipment penalty. I'm not sure. Somebody has. Official is holding a stick. Who it belongs to, I don't know. But he threw a flag up. And
what they did is they probably challenged someone's stick, and
Yeah,
it's an illegal stick. Either the pocket may be too large
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something along that line.
this is remnants of the Stanley Cup playoffs, if I remember, for an illegal hockey stick. We don't have any penalty shots involved here now, do we?
No, we do not.
Okay.
Actually, Hun's man down, and typically in a man down, you have your 5 defenders out there. You have 2 guys usually out front. You have 1 person in the middle and 2 wings. And they play like a zone area. You're playing an area as opposed to just a man. What East Brunswick showed on that man-up play is some inexperience. What they should try to do is move the ball a little bit quicker to get a better shot.
And you want to know something? That goaltender was Johnny on the spot in being the closest man out.
Absolutely.
So they take possession. And that is a heads-up play. That's Catano, the goaltender, who's really done an excellent job here.
Giordano has the ball. Now what East Brunswick will look to do is, because they were man down, they'll look to double the ball. I believe they still are man down. That's Kale.
Good block. Giordano, as he has, looks inside.
Nice.
Clear
feed.
shot.
But you can see the unselfishness of Hun, too. They look for the open man.
That's Todd with it. Oh, I kind of thought he should have kept on going, but I guess not.
That was actually a
Weak
good
shot.
feed, but the shot, wasn't able to get off a strong shot right there.
Goes to the corner and out.
Out. It's East Brunswick ball.
Wind's starting to kick up here.
40 throws it over to Dave Lynch, using his goalie.
All right, loose. Picked up by Catano. Kicks it. Ball's alive. What do we got here? Collision of sorts.
Looks like it was a some sort of push from behind. Loose ball hold on red, so it'll be East Brunswick ball.
That was Geiger that went down for East Brunswick.
Actually, they're still man down.
So how long is this penalty?
To be honest with you, I'm not too sure.
Okay. Slip.
Actually, looks like
There's
he
another
called a
penalty.
slash on that, and because the ball was still did not touch the ground, they did not blow the whistle. Now
And a whistle.
what you want to do is anytime there's a penalty, what you want to do is teach your kids to try to go to the goal as much as you can, because once that ball does hit the ground, they will blow the whistle. Now Hun's going to be down 2 men here. What they'll probably do is set up some sort of box where they'll have 2 men up front, 2 men down low. Now hopefully East Brunswick, what they'll do is they'll look to move the ball around the perimeter and look for a good shot.
This is a good opportunity to show some patience.
Yes.
Because they should get somebody open.
So that's a tough shot and man up, from that far out. Okay, what happened there was goalie interference as he was looking to clear the ball. One of the East Brunswick players must have accidentally hit his stick.
Right.
And what they do is they get a free clear.
Okay.
So they'll get it up at the midfield line. East Brunswick is still 2 man up too, so it'll probably be important for them to look to double the ball as much as they can. It's a nice play by O'Hara, just obtaining possession of the ball and running away from trouble.
Hun still moves the ball nicely, even though they're down 2 men. Kind of taking some time off the clock, actually.
Yeah, well, what they're looking to do is see how much time they could take off on the penalty, so they can hopefully become all even pretty soon.
Right, and this, of course, is...
So now they're only 1 man down.
Yeah, right. Somebody else comes in. But for a team that has great ball handling skills...
That was an excellent play.
Yeah.
What you had was O'Hara was outside. We saw the East Brunswick defender slide to the middle, passed it over to Kale, and he finished.
Kale with his 3rd goal. So you have 3 players for the Hun School scoring 3 goals or more. Giordano has 5, Strauss has 3, and Kale has 3. And it looks like we have a timeout on the field.
The one thing I've been impressed with Hun is they do continue to be unselfish, though. They do move the ball and they distribute, and it looks like they have quite a few people that have actually scored, which has been great.
14-1 is the score.
What Coach Wigner is probably communicating to his players is the need to, when you're playing defense, keep it in tight. Make sure that you keep the pass and the ball to the outside. And I think if you look at most of the scores that have actually occurred, just about, I would say 80% of them have come, within 5 yards of the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all accomplished through excellent ball movement.
All right, we probably have a little over 5 minutes to play. And as you mentioned, Ernie, this is certainly has to be a learning experience for East Brunswick. They try to take away some of the good things. And of course, they can use our videotape to see the total field here.
Yeah, we see it firsthand, and I think what happens is you look at the stick work. We all know about that, but more importantly, you have to understand where to be on the field in certain situations. As an example, Hun just won that face-off. What East Brunswick needs to do is get back into that box area and play solid defense. Don't go for the stick work. Run with your man, and again, try and keep as many of the shots outside. They're really pressuring, far outside, which at times, create some difficult opportunities, because as Hun continues to move the ball, they create a situation where it becomes unsettled, and they get some easy shots on goal.
The Raiders here really just taking their time. Loose ball, and East Brunswick
Nice
picks
play.
it up.
Number 31 again.
Knocked out of bounds. Kept kept alive.
Dunbar comes up with that ground ball. Looks like
He was
there's
slashed.
a flag down.
Yeah, he was slashed. Saved by the goaltender.
Yeah. What Dunbar needs to do on that is he needs to get that shot down. Mostly, if you ask any of the goalies, anytime a shot comes up high, they love that. It's almost like, not necessarily like playing catch, but it's a heck of a lot easier to save
Sure.
than when the shot's down low. Looks like we have a change in goalie. Tom Kelso, who also
Okay.
played for the Blackhawks.
Right.
He actually played with the Blackhawks the same time that Dave Lynch did. So he's in the game. Giordano comes up with that ground ball.
And here he is. Again, another nice pass.
They don't have it. They pull it out, and they try and be patient and run the offense again.
Giordano with 5 goals to lead the way for the Hun School. Cross pass. He obviously has good vision of the field.
Yes, he has excellent field sense. East Brunswick still man up.
Is it? Oh,
What?
okay, that's right, yeah. It was that slash before.
Yes.
There's an open shot here.
Nice save. Nice save by Dave Lynch. Clears the ball out.
Here come the Bears.
Justin Moglia.
Looks to penetrate.
All right, now that it's settled, what they should do is set their offense up and run it. Miller's sets up behind the cage. Ball was deflected off of Hun. Actually, no, they're saying wasn't deflected off of Hun, so it will be Hun ball because it was a pass. Tom Kelso takes the ball behind. Kelso makes an outlet pass. Nice pass to number 25. I believe that's Pagel.
That's Pagel. He's had 2 goals on the afternoon.
Controlled quite a few face-offs.
A
Oh,
little long on that one.
that's out of bounds, and that'll be East Brunswick ball. It's a nice play. Defenseman, getting it to his goalie. Lynch makes an excellent pass out to is that Justin Moglia.
Right, it's Moglia. Checked.
Moglia driving.
A little long on that one.
Again, the key is the shot was high. Need to make sure we get that shot down low. Gives yourself a better opportunity to score. Miller has the ball behind to start the offense for East Brunswick. Looks like he's going to...
Miller looking.
it's a tough
Pass goes.
pass.
Yeah, it really was. But
Think-
then again, credit the Hun defense for
Absolutely.
still alive here.
But 24,
Giordano gathers the. I'm sorry, that's not Giordano.
so O'Hara.
Yeah.
part of East Brunswick's inexperience too is when that man is out that far, you don't necessarily need to play him quite as tight. He can't score from out there. So as they obtain more experience, what they'll do is let that man stay out there. If he wants to stay out there with the ball, it's not necessarily going to hurt him.
Slashing penalty.
Number 40.
Yep. That's Todd. He's been active.
He's played a real nice game.
Yeah, he has. So there'll be one up here.
I'm moving it around the perimeter. It's O'Hara.
Nice pass inside, but a little light on the shot.
It's out of bounds. Hun retains possession of the ball. Shot by O'Hara. Good hustle by Dave Lynch. East Brunswick ball.
Here come the Bears. Intercepted. And
It's a tough
Raiders immediately come back.
Yeah, their transition is extremely strong.
Oh, they're firing away here.
East Brunswick still manned up. Looks like they may be all leaving now.
They lose it. Check that.
Looks like there was a loose ball push there. Oh, I was incorrect. Hun retains possession of the ball. Number 16 takes it behind the cage. Gives it off to O'Hara. Ooh, there's a trip.
Yes, indeed. Very obvious.
So Hun will be going man up again.
All right. Again, we don't know what the time says on the clock.
It should be under 5 minutes, we believe. Hun setting up their man-up offense.
So whack. Number 41, one of the bigger players on the field. That being Ryan Sobre. And it looks like they're trying to get the ball to him.
Number 12, nice
Lynch
save
with
by
the save.
Lynch. Again, shots up high. Becomes an easier save for the goalie. Good pickup by Dunbar.
Couldn't connect on that pass.
Yeah, you can see with Hun's experience, what they do is they're constantly on East Brunswick stick, and any pass that comes down low.
All right. Not a lot of time left in the game. I see a young lady with the clock keeping the time in the official's ear, so we have to be we have to be under a minute here. That pass goes awry.
Hun's coming downfield.
Got an open shot here.
Oh, and a score.
And a penalty to follow.
Score by number 18.
Right, that is... And
Tim Rosenblum.
Yes, indeed, Tim Rosenblum. And he gets his first goal in the afternoon, makes it an even 15-1. Penalty on top of that.
It's like about 1 minute left in the game.
Well, I heard 1 minute on the penalty. So
Okay. Hara has the ball at the midfield line. There's no face-off.
6 different Raiders in on the scoring this afternoon. Well distributed. Schaefer, the only goal for East Brunswick, coming in the third period. So it's now 15-1 in favor of the Hun School. And
Looks like a penalty on the goalie, Dave Lynch.
he might have been thrown out. What do you think?
I'm not
Because
sure.
you have
I
a new
think-
goaltender coming in.
Or he could just be in the box.
Okay. Does the goaltender have to take the penalty? Does
Yeah,
he have
or,
to sit out?
yeah, I believe he does.
Yeah, okay, well, that's the reason for the new goaltender, obviously.
Right. Nice check by East Brunswick. It looks like that's the game.
Yes, indeed, that is the game.
Hey, I'd like to, personally thank East Brunswick for the opportunity, allowing me to come in here and support their program.
Well, this is really our first shot, I guess, at doing this, and you can see that the program is still in its infancy, if you will, because there's not a lot of experience. But then again, all quality programs start that way, do they not, Ernie?
That's correct.
Yeah, even the Blackhawks started that way. So just very briefly, the scoring for East Brunswick, Schaefer, the only goal in the third period. For the Hun School, Giordano with 5. He's really a quality player. And then you've got Strauss and Kale with 3 each, Pagel with 2, Walls with 1, and Rosenblum scoring in there toward the end. So that's going to do it this afternoon here from East Brunswick's J. Doyle Field. For Ernie Frusco, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is Jimmy Allender saying thanks for being with us.
Thank you.